honestly, here, wait. I think you coming up with filling time for our little time here,
right?
One of the better things you've ever done, and you've got some wins on your ledger.
I will say though, it's been a while since I've had a new
It's
win.
true, actually. Yeah,
Yeah, and
I feel like you used to really rattle them off.
I have simply just had more time. Like really, I just dude, it's like I'm not kidding. Like and this is the
You
best
love
thing
your
in the
children.
world.
Yeah, we get
It's
it.
just it's like I wake up with them, breakfast, walk, then go to work. Here all day.
Yeah.
Get home at 8. And then put the kids.
I just
I'll put
can't
the kids to bed.
imagine in the sense that like Walker's 3, 4.
He's 2 this week.
2. Oh my god. So that's my point. Like it's so much harder when they're like Zoe can I can leave Zoe in a room by herself. I could be like, Zoe, like figure it out. Like Zoe, hey, go get that thing from downstairs and bring it up. Like all these things that I couldn't used to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't imagine having 2 who can't do those things. Mm-hmm. It just sounds so draining.
What? Yeah, I mean that's why we're on a lot of stuff.
That's right.
All
it is
natural
funny.
stuff.
It is rare. You look more tired than I do, which is such a rarity.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be a good year. I can't wait for you to complain more than me.
And I feel I don't complain. The one thing I try not to do is complain. But I feel so dumb. Like there's been like I'm dumb.
This is what I always said. Baby brain thing is so real. Like it's the dumbest I've ever been. We're like the 3 months after Zoe.
Yeah, like I never saying I was exactly exuding the most brains in the world.
Sure.
But like there's things I've said on the show where I'm like, it's really dumb.
So
really
I always
dumb.
and again, not that I'm ever tired, but when I'm tired, which happens every once in a while, I've noticed that the thing that happens the most when I'm tired is I feel dumb. And I can't think of the word I want to use when I want to use it. I'll be like trying to think of a word. I'll be like, okay. I can't, like, it's just like I feel like an idiot.
I was trying to think of Reggie Jackson's name this morning and I couldn't think of it.
That's tough.
Now, probably the most brain power I've used though has been coming up with the Fritz list.
What you do, dude? It's amazing.
Yeah, well, and I added to it. I actually have too many names.
Oh, well, good. We can make the whole pot.
And I got a lot of messages.
I love it. Well, yeah, you got a lot. Like Jack told me how many people DM'd it. It was like 10 times the amount I would have thought it was.
Listen, I would never want to do this.
10 times more. Like if you would ask me to guess, I would have said a number. 10 times that was the amount of DMs you got.
I would never want to do it, but I have thought about it. Do I need to start charging?
Ooh,
maybe if it's
like when we used to buy the old fantasy magazines. Like
no, it should be if you win the league because of your pitching staff. Maybe like can I be like the real estate agent where they make 3%?
There you go. I like that.
Yeah, a little bit of winning's my way.
How about this? They have to name your team name after you or something.
Sure,
like that. That's pretty good.
Whatever
right?
would be honored.
It's honor.
That's all I want to do.
Honor him.
From now before the end of my life is have something named after me.
That's good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I can get down with that. Okay.
Maybe the studio,
the Jack Fritz Memorial Studio.
Yeah, hopefully it's a long time away.
Yeah. All right, let's roll.
Yep. Filling time.
That was a filling time, right?
It was actually just the podcast.
That's what I was gonna say. I was
you could have literally. I think like you should just cut the like at the beginning and then put it at the beginning of this, and it could just be the beginning. Like that's all we're gonna talk about anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's roll. Yo, it is another edition of the Iams Podcast, sponsored by Miller Lite, official partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. Celebrate responsibly. It's Miller time. All right. I missed the Philadelphia part. Celebrate responsibly, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It's Miller time.
You gotta add that in.
Yeah.
Well, we have listeners all over the.
It's true. I was trying to be, inclusive, Jack. I'm not trying to say like if you're not in Philly, sorry.
Well, and it's not like
Miller Lite's everywhere. It's
not
like
exclusive
anywhere. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Although I think Philadelphia is a Miller Lite town.
Oh, without it.
Yeah.
And not just that. I think not just because of us, but partially because of us. I think the Phillies are a Miller Lite team.
Listen,
Citizens Bank is a Miller Lite stadium.
I've seen a lot of Rob Thompson, in his little cooler. Mm-hmm. It's a Miller Lite.
That's right.
Sitting there.
He gets it.
Looking appetizing. So
I can go for Miller Lite right now.
Yeah, of course. Always.
Come
on. It doesn't matter what time. Well,
it really doesn't.
All right, maybe later. Maybe later.
You're a little tired, I think, for it.
No, we're good.
You're good?
It wakes you up.
It does. It's true. I think it's a good way to deal with the, 2 kids under 2.
Doing all right.
2 kids under 2.
For only 1 more week.
Yes. And then
Walk's
2 kids,
birthday,
2 and under. Still.
Walk's birthday is March 25th.
Oh my God. God bless you, Jack.
It's all good.
It's
more on Jill.
That's true.
It's more on Jill and the grandparents. Yeah. So
nothing. You're like, I will do exactly the same as I did before. Everyone else has to
disagree. I had both kids in the grocery store today.
Oh wow, that sounds horrible.
So yeah, let Jill sleep a little bit.
Again, like I can't. It sounds horrible.
It's not horrible.
It's
not.
I mean, one kid at the grocery store is a disaster.
Yeah.
Man, two.
Well, at least Suddy just still hangs in the
okay,
the
so you
carrier.
just keep him in the little
the
Bjorn.
Is that what they call it?
Is it the little thing in front of you, like a baby Bjorn?
Yeah, well, baby Bjorn's the thing that's on the ground that you push.
Is it?
Yeah,
I thought the Bjorn was the one that went around your.
We just call it a baby carrier. You can call you can whatever fancy language.
Bjorn.
I know
Tucker, could you do something?
There's no way, Tucker. He's what are you 5 years away from having?
I'm telling him to look it
Yeah,
up.
I mean, I have a poodle.
He can use the internet.
Carry him under my arm.
Tucker Google. That was what I was saying.
We have a baby Bjorn, but it's like
So it's a different thing. The Bjorn is not the one around.
Yes. Well, we just call it a baby carrier.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Okay.
So,
baby Bjorn is a bouncer.
That's
what
we
it
have.
pops up as.
There you go.
Wow.
So what's the baby carrier around the neck thing called?
Oh, see, that also says baby Bjorn.
Thank you.
Seems like we got an issue with Sweden.
Yeah, damn Swedes.
I think it's the same company because it says Baby Bjorn official shop, baby carriers,
I think
and
it started
bouncers.
with the carriers. I think it started with the carriers.
Yeah, up a baby.
Pretty good about this.
Up a baby and baby Bjorn.
For a moment, I thought I was completely wrong, and now I'm 100% sure I'm right.
Good. So well, because listen, you don't handle being 100% wrong very well.
I handle it fine compared to most people. You know,
get pretty defiant.
Do I?
Yeah.
The company's first product was a bouncing cradle.
Okay. The bouncing cradle.
So there, I was wrong again. Flipped it around.
Hey, good to see them.
I'm
expand.
handling it fine.
Do they want to sponsor the podcast? We are giving them some free pub right now.
We could use another sponsor.
But they are best known for their baby carriers.
Oh! Okay. Listen,
this has been a roller coaster.
Again, are we still in Philly time or are we doing the podcast? That's my big question.
So the Phillies.
Yeah. So last night, because Walker didn't nap all day, so he went down at like 7. It's not bad when he does that. Like,
those are great.
Yeah, but like also I don't see him, until the next morning.
But that's with your schedule, I get it. That's tough.
But so last night I was watching the 2022 World Series film.
Okay.
Which I've never sat.
Oh, is that why you tweeted out the Chas McCormick? I was wondering.
People weren't happy with that.
I'm sure. I was like, it's just a tweet of Chas McCormick. I'm like, what? I do have a take on it though.
Okay, what is it?
It's an overrated catch.
A little bit. Yeah.
It is like the moment and all that, but like the catch itself, like I don't even know if he needed to go into the wall.
It was a hard move.
It was like kind of like caught it and then it's like, oh, I could go into the wall here too. It was like, I think Chaz played it off a little bit in rewatching because I've decided to never rewatch it prior, but then you decided to just throw it into my feed.
Yeah.
It's overrated. Like it hurt, whatever, but like it wasn't like Aaron Rowan. It wasn't like, wow, I can't believe that guy just did that.
No, it's sort of like I've always thought the Rojas catch against the Braves
was better. I think it was a better catch.
No, but it was still overrated. Like
it was overrated, but it was still a better catch. He's covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground.
It's about the ground he covered.
Yes. And Chaz played it up, and I'm pretty sure he flicked off the crowd after and, all that good stuff. Yeah, for sure. Now, I will say, like,
also, go bleep yourself, Chaz, too. That would be one of the sorry.
And the one day when we have you on the podcast, we'll break it down.
That would be great.
Really an overrated
I'm gonna
catch.
Bury you, Chaz.
And you were playing it up.
I'm gonna be reading your stats from bad seasons.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Well, what if they bring him in?
Well, then he's my guy.
Yeah.
All good.
Well, because like
we'll turn on people quick. You know that. I mean, we rooted for Jake Arrieta.
Yeah,
all right.
Yes, we did.
I mean, can you think of a bigger?
Well, I was actually thinking. About the history of the podcast yesterday because 3 of the best hitting prospects are Red Sox prospects. And
this is. Can I just let the audience in?
Sure.
Brace yourselves because this is not going to make you happy.
Well, it's just we had Jason Ochart here
in the building,
and we let him go because the organization wasn't aligned whether they wanted to be old school or new school, and then everyone was infighting. So Ochart left. He went to the Red Sox. The Red Sox bought all the way in, and Roman Anthony was not a first-round pick. Christian Campbell was a 4th-round pick. Marcelo Meyer was like the 4th pick in the draft, was it 4th or 7th, whatever.
4th, but he's high.
Either way, like those 3 guys are 3 of the top 10 prospects in baseball, I believe.
Rates.
Roman Anthony's number 1.
Roman Anthony hits bombs too.
I'm actually more of a Christian Campbell guy than a Roman Anthony guy.
Of course you are. That's very you to be like,
dude. He missed a curveball by like this much, and I was like, "That's not it." Yeah, you got to bat to ball skills.
One curve fooled him, and you're out.
Might not be there. Yeah. So I'm pretty Campbelled up. I'm letting you know. I've already teased Mookie, but but I was just thinking about like.
I didn't realize they were all top. They have 3 of the top 10.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, they're ridiculous. So,
Awesome.
I think about how the movements that we haven't really missed. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Ochart, Barber, Cotham, Preston.
Mm-hmm. You're right, actually.
For as wrong as we've been around about the team,
about players here and there, yeah.
Like organizational
We've nailed it. Other than one. There was one we weren't great on. We don't.
Combo?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Our
coming
back around?
Stuff might be right.
Hold on. That takes heating up.
I underrated his ability to build an organization.
Yes. That's been and we were wrong about Dombrowski.
Yeah, but otherwise, you're right.
He's on the monitored list.
Yeah.
But no, like from
that's baseball, Jack.
Front office wise and organizational structure wise. Listen, we're not ones breaking it, but when there's like 3 names, we say go after that guy, and we've been pretty right.
I think
Cotham was a huge win.
Yeah, and I think Brian Barber is probably your best win. Just in
I think like I was.
But here's the thing.
I wanted.
No,
Cotham.
you were all in on Gotham, and you did. You said it before they. Both you said before they. That's what. It's more the fact that like there may be 6 people on the planet who had heard of Brian Barber when you mentioned him. Like Cotham at least was like in baseball. Like Brian Barber was a scouting director guy. Wasn't even a scouting director for the Yankees. He was like
under Derek.
He was like a number 2 in a scouting department, in a drafting department.
He drafted Judge
for another team. It was just like it was so out of nowhere. Yeah. But both amazing goals. But you're right, Cotham. You were like, get this guy as a bitch.
Listen, we'd never pat ourselves in the back, but at least front office structure wise and ideas of the organization, not bad. Not a bad run we've been on. But anyway, so I was watching the 22 World Series film last night, and
nice bringing it back there.
I
totally forgot how we got there. Yeah,
I like going through it. You know, Nick Sirianni.
You like the pain?
Nick Sirianni. He talked about how like he likes to drag himself through the mud, you know, and to get better from it. Now, I'm not getting any better from this. No. There's nothing I'm learning. You know, it's just going through it again and
feeling the pain,
trying to experience the highs and lows right before.
I believe there's a word for it. It's called masochism.
Listen, I'm starting to believe in that more and more. Starting to believe in that more and more. So it was actually a pretty interesting film.
To be fair, it's life of a Phillies fan for pretty much our entire existence.
Yeah, Elliott was in it once, which is infuriating. That was the clip from a couple years ago.
I remember. So I actually never watched it.
Yeah,
not surprisingly.
Not a lot of people. I don't think have watched it. It's not a bad. It's a good watch.
I'll bet you there's some Houston fans who watch it.
No, I know. Yeah. I'm talking about here.
I agree with you.
And I've never even gone as far into it as I had.
Oh, so you went deep. All I remember from it was the fact that Elliott made it in, and that was a big thing.
And DeCamera was in it, talking about how in 5 days they could either win or lose the World Series.
Really funny. It's like he's like in 5 days the Phillies could either win or lose the World Series. He has a way of saying like true statements, but making them sound like they're this like earth-shattering, you know.
It's remarkable.
Yeah,
it's remarkable.
He really adds gravitas to things that don't need or deserve gravitas.
Why does he think he could beat me at basketball?
Dude,
I'm not even saying I'm that good at basketball.
I know. Like, it's crazy because he is the most, like, along with Elliott, to be fair, like, just so deluded about what their actual abilities are. Like, and he's never, like, that's what I said to him in the year, too. I'm like, you've never even seen Jack do these things. Like, you just assume you're better. Like, that's crazy.
He didn't play anything in high school.
Since middle school. His sports career ended in middle school.
Okay. And not to go Al Bundy, but like he didn't even play a JV sport, like a freshman sport.
No, exactly.
Didn't make a varsity team.
No, didn't do any of it.
Yeah.
None of it.
I mean, listen.
He went out for 9th grade basketball and he left because they were making him do suicides or wind sprints, whatever. And he left in the middle of it because he's like, I'm not doing it.
Now that is why I left soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm not. They started having us do hills.
Who knew that you turn out to be such a runner?
Yeah, I like running. I miss running. I want to get back into running.
Yeah.
I signed up for the Broad Street run. We'll see. I mean, we'll definitely see on that. I was feeling pretty bold when I signed up. No, I did 10, 11 miles right before the Mets series. It's like I've done it, but I haven't moved like that much. You know, in the last. I walk a lot, but I haven't ran. So we'll see. But yeah, it's been interesting. I don't know why he decided me was the one that
I know. Yeah, I just decided
which is fine. Like I'll do the bit.
You're gonna whoop it, man. I'm not that concerned about it.
I feel I don't even know what the other competition. Like, are we gonna play? You're not gonna play 18 holes.
No,
but
you would smoke him. It's like, what is he talking about? Does he he can't break 100? You're like a golfer.
He wants to do a bit, I guess.
It's great. Finally, I've been dying to get him to do a bit with the afternoon show. You guys have basically called him out 800 times at this point. It's like finally something got through.
It's like we're yelling into the forest.
I know.
Finally heard it.
I'm excited.
8 days from opening day.
How crazy is that? We're here, man. We are there. How you feel? 8 days out. I know last pod you made a bold declaration.
They're winning the World Series.
Yeah. Are you still feeling good?
Yeah. My belief in the baseball team grows every single day.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to.
It is, and I know you're serious. It is like sometimes it's hard to tell.
I'm dead serious.
Even me sitting right across from you, having done this thousands of times now. Even me, sometimes I'm like, I know he's serious, but I can't.
That's the beauty. Now I was reminded that I did say that this era of Phillies baseball is dead after they lost to the Mets. But we're back.
Okay, I mean, that was past Jackson. You can't blame past Jack for current Jackson.
You get more information. You make big additions like Max Kepler, and it changes the trajectory of this thing.
That's
so
true.
yeah, I feel dangerously confident in them. I sort of no longer believe they're gonna get off to the slow start and then be 500 in July, and then they put Schwarber back in the leadoff spot. By the way, Schwarber batting leadoff again.
What's
today.
going on? What are we doing here?
It's so funny.
It's almost like Rob's like, I'm just gonna mess with everyone.
Just to mess with everyone.
Yeah. What do you think Trey will start the season opening leadoff?
Yeah,
I think so too.
But I can't tell. I can't tell if they also are interested in like a like 2 lineups. Try to do
a righty
both.
lefty thing.
Try to do both and
if you're facing a lefty, why not start off with Trey for like that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Weird.
And or it could be pitcher dependent.
It could be pitcher. It could be out their fastballs, this, that with the stuff. Yeah, it's interesting.
Do they try that?
I don't love it, but I also don't look, I'm open minded. That's the way I'm saying with the lineup thing.
Yes.
Again, after and I think you've done a really good job of reminding people they're not like the worst team of all time. I think we've kind of come into this season
they're pretty good.
We have had calls to the station where it's like they can never win the World Series. Sure they can. What are you they're top 5 in every power rankings you want to find.
There's been MLB.com.
They're number 2 in most of them.
The last one from MLB was their number 2.
Yeah, so it's we have definitely gone way overboard with the reaction. But specifically with the lineup, with the way the last 2 seasons have ended, I'm totally fine messing with it and trying to find something different and whatever. So I'm good with that.
But maybe it's the evolution of the game, though. They're so. If they make decisions in the bullpen off swing paths of hitters, and they're going to go with that kind of guy, maybe they're doing the same thing with the lineup. I think it's going to be Trey.
It's
going to drive people nuts.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was and I'm fine with it. Again, I'm fine with all this.
Imagine Gabe putting this idea
out. That's my
out
point,
there.
though, is well, Rob, why did you decide to go with Romano instead of Alvarado? Well, the Blue Jays, really, their swing pass are in the, this quadrant of the, this pocket here is really where their swing pass really, heat up. So we were looking for someone who pitches in the bottom quadrant. When did baseball get so nerdy to talk about? We can't.
I know.
What are we doing?
Well, the amount of the amount of how RPM is it's just second. It's second nature now. You're talking about RPMs and talking about.
Still say spin rate.
No, I know, but what RPMs matter? It just all the things that were revolutionary, in 2019, or shocking in 2019. It's just part of everyday baseball culture now. And the Stuff Plus really is all over the place. All my whole Twitter feed is just Stuff Plus models. That are looking at
the algorithm pitchers. Talking to you there.
Oh yeah. The algorithm's in a good spot.
The algo.
But no, I kind of get the sense they're going to do both, which is interesting. I would like for the lion's share to be Trey. I just want just to see
give it a shot.
See how it goes.
Yeah.
And I think the most important thing is getting it. If their whole thing is trying to get the best version out of these guys, maybe the best version of Trey is leading off. And
that was what Thompson said to us. He was putting him in that spot might get him to change his approach. Hell yeah. Awesome.
And in the last couple spring training games, he's had a hit and a walk in each of them.
Well, got better.
The walk.
Nowhere to go but up.
All I care about is the walk. All I do when I sit down and watch the Phillies.
Stoddy walking all the time.
all I watch for is quality
walk.
at bats.
Yeah, it's like
Like, are you
that's
doing?
what the Phillies have done to us. We're watching these guys be like, take a walk.
Well, no,
Don't swing at that.
No, it's just like every time I see a ball moving out of the strike zone, I'm like, don't, no. All
You
right.
can just see him swinging the ball, like chasing out as his bat misses it. Yeah,
That's why I'm so Keplered up, dude. I
thank you.
I already picked him up. I already picked him up in fantasy.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you?
I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care.
Can I tell you something that I didn't realize about Trey? And it's just because time moves, and you'll find this out when your kids grow quicker than you expect. You're like, oh my god, Walker's
Already doing it.
like, yeah, exactly. I didn't realize he's turning 32 in June.
Yeah.
Kind of caught up on me a bit. Like I know it was the age when they signed him, but it was like, oh man, like he's gonna be 32 for the majority of this season. That not the end of the world or whatever, but like he's 32.
Well, I'm 31.
He's about to be 32. Yeah, I know. You're not in Major League Baseball.
I started here when I was 23.
Yeah.
But
oh, stop.
The 30, because I was thinking about that actually with Soto because we had our fantasy draft over the weekend. Like all my college friends were together for it. And it's like we started this league before Soto. Like Soto's a prospect.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. And like obviously you've been to the same thing.
Oh my god.
But like I remember the day that Trey got traded for Steven Souza.
Oh yeah.
Like when he's a Padres.
Oh yeah.
And then now he's 32. Bryce is 32. I remember the cover of Sports Illustrated with Bryce. Schwarber's 32. I remember he was drafted out of Indiana. And the guy's a catcher.
I remember having freaking like Albert Pujols and Ichiro Suzuki and Miguel Tejada on my fantasy team.
Well, and now because obviously our league's a keeper. The first round, like you see Trout in it, you see Machado in it. Meanwhile, those guys were staples.
I remember when Joey Votto was a rookie in our fantasy league, and my brother had him as a $1 and Adam as a $1 keeper, and it was such a big deal.
Yeah.
Like yes, feel you.
We've been through a lot of baseball.
Joey Votto's retired now.
We've been through a lot of baseball, and I did decide, by the way. I'm ready for them to win the World Series.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like,
good. It's a long time coming here.
In 2022.
We've basically been waiting years for you to get to this point.
In 2022.
Too quick.
It's way too fast.
Yeah.
23 is like, it's still kind of like the funniest part about 23 is like we were going through it and we just kept saying to ourselves, are they just winners?
No,
like just who they are?
They're just awesome now?
Yeah,
all right.
Are they just going to mess around in the regular season?
And then just be the best playoff team we've ever seen?
Yeah. And then 6 and 7 ruin that.
They really did.
But then
God.
now last year
was wild. Like just putting myself, and I know you can too because we were together for the game, but like putting myself back in the place of 22 and 23 prior to those last two games of being in Citizens Bank Park and what that place felt like and the bombs that they would hit and just the fact that like I thought every Philly was getting hit every time they came up. Like I was like, Bryce hit one out every time he comes up. Like the confidence that we had in that group offensively in that building until those last two games. It's really crazy how much I know they got no hit the year before in the building, but like it still felt like they were going to show up every single time they were in that building until game 6 and 7.
Yeah. And again, the energy before game 6 was the weirdest I've ever felt.
The weirdest by far.
I was like, we're way too, I just the overconfidence was terrible.
Yeah.
But, and the biggest fear, I guess, I guess my biggest, actually not fear, my biggest hope about this team is that they're not relying on magic anymore. I hope last year.
I like this. Yeah.
I hope last year was a reminder of, hey, you can't just get in, and even a leadoff Schwarber to lead off the entire series is not going to save you. I hope that this year they don't just say they don't rely on vibes. They don't rely on, hey, like as long as we get in,
lifting them up, all that.
It's not nonsense, but
it's not a fix all. It's not a magical elixir.
2022 was magic because we hadn't been in there in a while, and it was euphoric because we were going through it for the first time in 11 years. We all forgot about it. Kids grew up without knowing what playoff baseball was in Philadelphia. 23 was magical too until the end. And I hope that last year was a real wake up of you can't just believe in magic. You have to actually be great. You have to actually do the little things. You can't just say, or you can't just be like, all right, we're going to hit a home run now. That's like the game 2 was a perfect example, where it's like they have all the home runs and like, okay, we're back. And then
was exactly
bang,
what it was. Yep.
Fall flat in games 3 and 4. You have to do the little things. And I hope that that's the
10-0 or whatever that game, something like that.
Game 4, game 3,
game 2.
Well, no, they were down in game 2 against.
No, I'm talking about the Diamondbacks.
Oh, it's not about the Mets.
Oh, okay. I thought they didn't that many homers.
Well, but they had 2 home runs.
I know what you mean. I got
them back into
I thought you
it.
were talking about game 2 against the Diamondbacks, then going out there.
No. So like, because this is a talented team. We've talked about it. They're the most of the power rankings have them in the top 5, and at least in spring training, and I know it's spring training, but I do think that their quality of at bats have largely been better. And I just hope that they are committing to playing a winning brand of baseball. That is moving runners along, getting, hitting a sac fly, doing the little things. I mean, Bryce he was sitting in the room with him talking about how we needed to play like winning
What a
baseball,
flex that
essentially.
was right there.
Well, it's part of the perks
No,
of the
I'm
gig.
joking.
He was so intense about it. So intense about
Well,
it.
and the answer is perfect.
Yeah.
I thought he was perfect.
So I just hope that they're not, and I don't think they are. I think last year was a wake-up call. Like, last year was, we were really good, we did what we wanna do, and then we're gonna get in and we're gonna be fine. You weren't fine. You messed around for 2.5 months and thought as soon as postseason started, you're gonna be okay. And I hope that they just are a great team this year. Just be great.
Just be
Just
great.
just
Start to finish.
You don't have to be super hot. Just play consistent good baseball, and at the end of the year, do the little things. Hopefully, you're healthy, and bang, get in.
And
And
knock off a 120 win Dodgers team.
dude, they are pretty insane.
They might. I mean, like, it's hard to say anyone's ever going to break 116 wins. It's so many wins. It's so hard to do that. Whatever. They could do it. Dude, they won 111 a few years ago. Like, I mean, that was like, and I know it's the Cubs and say, but just watching
The Cubs aren't bad. I mean, they smoked Justin Field
They're
today.
favorite in the Central, but like just just dude after dude after
I know.
dude.
Well, and they completely fixed of all the moves they made this offseason. Like, they completely fixed their bullpen.
Betson Freeman didn't even play.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
the bullpen's nasty. I mean, they got Tanner Scott and they got
Kirby.
Yates and they got
My boy Kasparis.
they just bring dudes out. Knack's good. Like, they're all
Trinan.
good. Yeah.
Trinan. Yeah.
Trinan.
Vezia today.
Gratterall.
Were you watching it? Or?
Oh, I was watching. So one time I turned the TV on in the studio. I had to.
This shouldn't count. I mean,
no, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. It is.
If you want to have an exhibition, it's fine.
Fine. This should not be the start to the season. Like, no one, like,
why do you have to make them count?
And also, like, you don't, right? That Tokyo place will sell out no matter what, and you're not doing it for TV. It's at 6 a.m. Like that place will be sold out for a meaningless game. But like, honestly,
you see Rodney Pete catch the
hilarious, especially he's wearing Dodgers gear, and he's like, any Dodgers fan should let Max Muncy try and catch that ball, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, of all the sports, I know we do the Thursday night thing for football, and then last year we had the Thursday and Friday. Like, I'm like basketball, they'll start with a game or what. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, baseball, it's opening freaking day. Like, I don't even like the opening days on Thursday. Let's have the Wednesday night ESPN game it used to be or whatever. Like, I didn't even like that. Like, just let it be opening day for all of us at the same time. Like, that's what we grew up with. That's what baseball is. It's opening freaking day, or at least half the team.
Now they will come back and have their own opening day, but yeah, it's stupid.
No, I know, but that's dumb. Like, just start baseball on the same day.
First off, they've done exhibitions for years. You know, like they would go to Puerto Rico for a couple years there.
They've gone to Japan before. They've done all these things.
Yeah,
I think last year was the first time it counted. Right?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't either.
I don't know why.
You don't need to.
You absolutely don't have to. But yeah, the Dodgers. I think I said this last podcast. I guess my trepidation with the Phillies. Like, I think they can win the World Series. I think they're going to win the World Series. I feel good about them. You know what I mean? The one thing is the Dodgers.
It's the Dodgers. That's my number one thing.
But it's moved from I'm more worried about the Phillies to I'm more worried about the Dodgers.
So for me, it never moved. It was always the Dodgers. Like, for me, it's in that, like, I have issues with the Phillies. I have concerns, whatever. But like, it was never, I think they're as good as everyone else. It was just the Dodgers, like, as this Goliath just sitting there, man.
The Philly staff is going to be stupid, though. It's going to be night in, night out.
Dude, Alvarado's numbers. I mean, I know it's spring training. I don't care about spring training, but like,
do you care about
like 5 innings, 16 Ks or 15 Ks or whatever?
Do you care about throwing 102 and mixing in a new curveball?
Well, no, he looks it. I'm all in on Alvarado. Like, all in.
I feel so. I was definitely, my biggest concern heading into the season was actually not the lineup. It was more the bullpen.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about where now. I think it's only the 4 guys I feel really good about.
And the Strom injury, we're like,
yeah. I mean, at least
it seems good. It seems good as far as shoulder injury. It's like, okay,
yeah,
best case scenario.
Yeah, and I think Strom, I'm not.
He's great when he
concerned
pitches. No, I agree.
But I think Kirk Green's taking a step forward.
Totally.
Very easy. Alvarado looks phenomenal.
Yep. And Romano looks healthy.
And Romano looks healthy. If Romano's healthy, he's going to be fine.
It changes so much.
Yeah.
His issue has only been injury. It's not like he ever pitched bad. He's just been hurt.
Mm-hmm. And then they need one of those guys to pop. It seems like, they're pitching a lot of Devin Sweet. He's a good changeup guy. he got hit around again yesterday. Chris Matt is someone that I think they like a lot. There's one of those guys can pop. My boy McMillan, he was going. He went from 100 to 94 in like 3 outings, which is
not great.
Spencer Howard-ish of him.
Yeah.
So it might be we're maybe monitoring.
Maybe build
he's not
that arm strength up a little bit.
might
leg
not
strength.
be the next Jeff Hoffman.
Maybe not ready to be the next Jeff Hoffman.
yeah.
Let's not bail on the take yet.
Yeah, but one of those guys will pop. Tanner Banks is not it. He'll never be it. I'm never gonna believe in Tanner Banks. We'll never believe in Tanner
He's
Banks.
a guy.
So, but if they can have one of those guys, there's some interesting arms they have that we'll see who breaks camp. And really, like I'm actually oddly intrigued by the last bench option. You know, like it's like Weston's hurt, so he won't be at least on the opening day roster.
Yeah.
I hope they pick Christian Arroyo. You know, I know Buddy Kennedy's Millville's finest.
People
the best.
love Buddy Kennedy.
People are buddied up. He's not a bad player.
He's fine.
I just think like Arroyo's done it. At least it is like a not a great clip, but he's
Yeah.
had some moments in the big leagues. He can play the outfield. Like Buddy was playing the left field the other day, and like a ball that a normal left fielder routinely gets in, he couldn't get to. Not that Arroyo's some stud out there, but at least Arroyo from the if they're looking for
position before.
yeah, and like Cody Clement is kind of pointless to have on the roster. It's a shame. Like he's a good player, he's a good bench bat, but when you have the amount of lefties they have, like they need a right-handed bench bat because Sosa's going to be the infield guy. We know that, but Arroyo, I hope is the last option.
All right.
Off the bench.
All right. I had hoped they were going to bring someone in still. Like,
well, Gelb said today that
there's still guys out there. That's why I was like,
I'm just looking at the
like Alex Verdugo isn't signed, and I wouldn't say bring him in. He's not like the guy. He's not a bench guy, but and a lefty. He's not the guy, but that's the example of the type of player who's just out there right now. Sitting.
Kimbrel, would you have signed him yesterday?
Nope. Back to the Braves. Minor league deal.
But like it looks like Chaz might be the odd man out in Houston because Cam Smith might make the
bring him home.
By the way, if you're looking for
a top prospect,
Cam Smith's awesome.
You think he's gonna hit right away?
Probably. He's
a J.
Dude, the Astros that trade I know Tucker's awesome, but like Paredes, we'll see, but Cam Smith's pretty awesome. But I mean, if Chaz gets released, that's a guy that can play center field, a right-handed option. He had injuries last year, broke our hearts a couple years ago.
Bring him
would
home.
be a friend of the pod. So I would sign Chaz, but we'll see. But we'll see. And then I think the only thing I'd look for is like, are they able to trade anyone? Like can they work a Taiwan deal? Do they move Marshawn? If they want to try to get his value out there, Rojas. Or like, are they trading Rojas? I don't think so. But yeah, I don't know. We got 8 days left. I just want it to be opening day.
I know. I'm so ready for opening day.
Next week we'll do the draft.
Yeah, I'm excited for the draft. Yeah, and it's almost go time. All right, let's do take bag and then Fritz guys, or Fritz guys and take bag. However you want to. This is your time.
Well, someone argued it's always my time.
I agree. I won't argue.
Oh, I have to talk about the spring breakout game. I'm sorry.
I forgot.
Did you watch the spring breakout game?
I forgot it existed since last time we did the podcast. But go ahead.
That's very sad.
Forgot it existed.
It's very sad.
I did.
I
forgot it existed.
Couldn't be more in on Arun Escobar. I can't wait.
Oh yeah,
yeah, dude. Righty Jose Ramirez. Righty only Jose Ramirez. Yeah, he rakes, dude.
Like you remembered he was a switch hitter. You're like, wait a minute, righty
only Jose Ramirez. He's awesome. I'm pretty Aruned up.
You just compared him to the best, one of the 5 to 7 best players in the sport. So that's good.
Moises Chasse continues to look just great. Now the velocity's down a little bit. Maybe they're dropping the velo to get the command.
He's their top non-Aiden Miller, Crawford, Painter prospect, right?
Well, Tait. I think it's Tait
up there.
It's Tait, Chasse, and
Chasse is their number 2 pitching prospect after Painter.
Yeah,
pretty crazy for nothing.
For nothing for Gregory Soto, who was the worst. But yeah, Chasse you look phenomenal. DeMartini continues to look interesting. He's never going to be, I don't think, a everyday starter, but like a quality guy you can move around. Maybe like an old school like Cardinals guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
With his annoying Cardinals guys that hit and play everywhere, like Donovan.
Sure. Oh my God, they've had so many of those guys.
It's all he do. That's all he developed is a guy that can play second and third in the outfield.
Yeah.
That might be.
I mean, Tommy Edman was one.
Tommy Edman.
Yep.
Tommy Edman.
He's turned into a really good player.
I know, but in fantasy draft, he's so high.
I don't believe it. Well, I mean, I guess batting second for the Dodgers,
Yeah.
So.
DeMartini continues to be interesting. And he's got a great, when he launches a home run, it's a beautiful sight. But the guy I want to talk about could be this year's Kirkering if he can stay healthy. Now he's drafted a couple years ago. But Alex McFarland he was just sitting 99. Sitting 99 with it.
Kirkering, one of your great calls of all time.
Kirkering
calling when he was in single A that he actually might come up that year, and like that was a
Well, he shouldn't have been insane. He shouldn't have been
whatever.
where he was.
Whatever. That was a badass one by you.
McFarland could be that this
Yeah.
year.
Okay.
McFarland's awesome.
You saying that means I'm gonna pay attention.
Pay attention. Lock in. All right, so that's all I have really in the take back. Oh, JT extension. You talked about it the other day.
Yeah.
Like the fish position of me, at least, and I think you, is just make him prove it.
Yeah.
If
Absolutely.
If he has a great year,
sure.
and
I'll take him back for a couple more years, but
Yeah.
like, do not give it to him now. Do not.
225.
225 average?
No.
Oh, 2 for 25. I was
2 for
I
25.
was like a 225. No, it's probably not gonna get him an extension.
2 for 30.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Prove it. Just
Prove it.
I don't need an extension before opening day.
100 billion%.
All right. And then the Fritz list. So I have made some additions to this.
Oh, nice of you to do it after my draft, but go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So Joe
my
Boyle,
my whole staff is like,
well, your staff, these are in addition.
I went low end, like the back end of the Fritz guys.
The nice part about if you're still in fantasy drafts, the nice part about the Fritz list, like get an ace early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I have Paul Skeens on my team. That'll play.
Get your ace, and then load up on offense.
That's exactly.
And then
I had Skeens at 10th.
Maybe in the 7th round, take Gavin Williams. Just take him.
I got him in the 15th round. Should I be excited about that?
I don't know. Well, of course. I'm trying to think of a redraft league. Whatever. Take Gavin Williams a little earlier than you should. That's good. And then just fill out your roster with the rest of these guys. All right. So
that is exactly the way to do it. By the way, that is the way.
I promise you, it'll work out. I promise you.
I won a championship last year.
Reese Olson of the Tigers
on my team. Star. I love Reese. I've always liked him.
Yeah,
he's just good.
And his velocity has ticked up.
Oh, like he needed it, really.
Ryan Weathers, who
also on my team.
He's also had his velocity from 95 last year to 99.
Yeah.
Looks like Justin Steele with 99, which is a problem for everyone. Spencer Arrighetti, he walked a couple people yesterday. He's just nasty.
He was not Fritzless guy last year, but as the season went on, someone
look at.
Robbie
Ray also maybe reach on the Gavin Williams area.
He's going around then. You'd have to get him a little earlier, I think.
Yeah, which I was surprised by. Still plus 10,000 for NL Cy Young. And
he did win the Cy Young a couple years ago, right?
And he spent the offseason learning the skewball ball changeup.
Ooh.
So if you add that to everything else that Robbie Ray can throw, not a bad one. I will never not believe in Casey Mize.
Yeah, every year you're all in on Casey Mize.
He's not even getting drafted. This is someone to monitor after the draft.
Yeah, he's a not get drafted guy.
Soroka, same thing.
He's a not get drafted last round of the draft.
Exactly. Yeah. David Peterson, I think, is going to be really good for
not get drafted. Same guy.
David Peterson is the guy who it's mostly Phillies. Like he
was so annoying. Yeah, he was so annoying in the playoffs. So annoying. But he's good. Like he's got stuff.
I know. Yeah. He had a 2.9 coming back last year.
He was throwing 97, 98 in the playoffs. Yeah.
Hayden Birdsong is one to monitor from the standpoint of I'm not sure he's gonna make the rotation. He should make the rotation. He's an unbelievable.
So I looked. He's nasty.
Yeah, Birdsong's awesome.
Yeah, I just don't know if he'll be in the rotation or not, but he's sick.
Yep. Ryan Pepioy. I don't know.
I think it's Pepeyot.
Whatever.
Pepio. I think it's Pepio.
Ray's guy.
Yeah, Ray's guy.
Yeah,
it's French.
It starts with the P.
It's French.
And then the last two that I added is Grant Holmes from the Braves.
So I was wondering about him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I could have taken him.
I think he might be better than Schwellenbach.
Oh, really?
Schwellenbach's fine. I think Grant Holmes might be better.
Okay. Yeah. Grant Holmes is one of those. So I looked at stuff after I drafted guys, just kind of seeing it. Grant Holmes, one of those who's a darling of the fantasy sites, right?
Yeah, and Max Meyer is obviously going to be on a lot of people's lists now.
Of course.
Max Meyer looks like he's healthy. He's throwing his slider 92 again, which is what he was doing at Minnesota. So he's back. And if he can stay healthy.
So him and Weathers, that Miami rotation.
And Eddie Cabrera.
Oh, and of course.
If he can figure it out. A lot of people like Eddie Cabrera too this year. I will never trust him in fantasy. But yeah, Meyer, dude.
The moment you trust Eddie Cabrera, he's going to have like a 6 walk outing.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So yeah, fantasy baseball's back. Those are the Fritz list. Appreciate everyone reaching out. Next year, I'll also attach my Venmo.
Yeah, we're gonna turn this into a money thing. We don't make enough money, all right?
Struggling father of two.
That's right, exactly. We work in radio, people, all right? Not much money in radio.
Yep. So no, I'm just kidding. Sort of.
Not about the money.
No, I'm talking about yeah. The Venmos though. The Venmos will be coming. Just kidding.
There.
So yeah, we're 8 days away. Next week. probably just. I think we should do the draft.
We'll do the draft.
Maybe
yeah.
have a special guest on.
We're trying.
Trying.
We're trying. But either way, we'll be back to get you pumped on it. Thursday, 4:05, the Phillies opener against Washington in Washington. And then the home opener Monday.
3:30.
It's 4:05. Should we bet?
Is it 3:30?
It's 4:05.
Tucker, is it 3:30?
It's 4:05.
I think it's 4:05. I
Yeah.
think the home opener.
Home opener is 3:05 against the Rockies.
Is that what I screwed up?
Monday, which I'm assuming will be down at the ballpark, right? You'll be doing the show from the ballpark, I would think, right?
On Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4:05 Thursday, 3:05 Monday.
Donovan Chestpat. You're so right all the time.
I know. That's how I was 100%
the
right.
time.
How'd you know?
All the time. Mackenzie Gore, not exactly the most fun guy to open up against.
I know. He and another guy who it feels like gives the Phillies fits. And not the like when he stunk, but he's good now.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good now.
All right. We got anything else?
Nope.
This was great. I really, really, really enjoyed it. It was good. No, we didn't talk too much Phillies.
Passionate, please.
What else is new? All right. We'll be back next week. We're gonna draft Phillies players from the roster. We're gonna make our own like fantasy league against each other. We should track it.
Yeah. Well, Tucker's tracking.
Yeah, well, of course we're not.
That's his job.
All right.
Finally, has something to do.
Yeah. All right. Until next.